Communication, the secret weapon in construction management. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of communication and expand our mindset and really get us anchored around this concept so that we can be more effective in our project teams. So do you want to know some of the things that you can do to better communicate, why it's important, and the real meaning behind lean? If you do, you've come to the right video. Okay, so this is my jam. I love this. Communication is key. Let me tell you a quick story. There's a really cool social media influencer actually in Australia named Paul Dunlop. He used to work for Toyota. He does lean consulting all throughout that region, and I love his quick videos on LinkedIn. If you have the aptitude, please go sign up. Paul and then D-U-N-L-O-P, and you can subscribe. I get his videos every day. Absolutely fantastic. And I did an interview with him one time, meaning a podcast interview, and I said, what is the biggest problem that you see with organizations? And he was, oh, Jason, that's an easy question, and I can give you the answer right now. It's always communication. And I was like, whoa, that's so cool. He didn't mention right off the bat flow or unhealthy conflict or a lack of vision. It was always communication. A lack of it that was preventing the team from working well together. And then later on, I had this realization, and I have mentioned it briefly, but let me go into it a little bit more. Every lean system is a seeing system. Every lean system, L-E-A-N, meaning operational excellence. Every operationally excellent system is a seeing system. If you think about A3s, it allows you to see. Going to the place of work, it allows you to see. Pull plans, it allows you to see. TAC planning, it allows you to see. I could just keep going. Choosing by advantages, it allows you to see. Target value design, it allows you to see the target. Integrated project delivery, the big room, the collaboration, the integrated systems, it allows you to see. And so one of my favorite quotes is, you can't manage what you can't measure. And literally this is not fake at all, this is a real story. When I was in Germany with some really cool lean experts, walking through the BMW plant, it hit me. You can't manage what you can't measure, but you can't measure what you can't see. And so everything, when it comes down to project success, comes down to our ability to communicate and see. One of the really great quotes of, I think, the century when it comes to lean is, see as a group, know as a group, act as a group. Let me do that again. See as a group, know as a group, act as a group. It does not matter if we see, it matters if the team sees it. So actually I was having a conversation today with a well-versed lean professional. And he was like, Jay Money, sometimes when I'm giving directives, I come off like a complete jerk monkey. Like it just does not go well. And I'm like, hey, what I'm observing is that you know the answer, right? Like you see what needs to be going on, but you're telling like there's no option. Like people don't get a choice. They have to follow. There's no collaboration. There's no room for other input. And this was the message that I gave him. I was like, you're brilliant. The measure of success or the goal is not, do you see what you need to see? The measure of success in a conversation, in your communication, is to make sure everyone sees it. And so that can be annoying. I'm just being real honest with you. Like that can be annoying. You're like, oh my gosh, could you just do what I say? Like, let's go, you know? But that's not the purpose of the exercise. So when you're in design, when you are in your planning meetings, when you are in pre-construction, when you're developing a plan, when you're reviewing the plan, when you're planning with the last planners, when you're with a team meeting, when you're discussing things with the owner, it's never, this is it, do what I say. It's always, how can we get to a point where we all see, know, and act together? And that is the purpose of communication. Patrick Lencioni one time said, and he has great books, I recommend every project manager read every single one of them. I think there's about 13 or 14 now. A very prolific business leader said, Pat, if you could get everyone in a company rowing in the same direction, you could beat any competitor in any market at any time. That is the key. We do not win as individuals. We win as teams. And so communication is at the base of that. Here's the exact call to action that I'm asking for. I'm asking for it. Like when you are in your interaction, I could say stop, or I would say don't stop at just knowing the solution and telling it. Help everyone in that moment through visual and verbal communication and tactile communication, meaning practice. Help the entire team see what you see and get away from the telling and go more towards the helping them discover it themselves. It is a very crucial skill. So let me go through a couple of the tools that you'll use from a communication standpoint that help you do this. So let me just go through a couple of examples. So let's start with the overall master plan and the budget. So we, a lot of times, oh my gosh, this is such a good video. I hope you're thinking about liking right now. Typically we have these 76, 200-page detailed out CPM schedules that nobody can see or understand. The person that made that schedule maybe knew the plan and maybe understands it, but it's worthless because everyone else can't see it. So in your master plan, we've got to make it in a format on a tact plan. That's why I love it so much. On one page to where everyone can see, know, and act together. The other thing is that human beings the first time can't do anything right. We have to make the plan right together as a team. So they have to be able to see it. So one of the first communication techniques that you can use is to make sure that your master schedule, your master production plan is in a visible format. Let's next talk about the budget. The budget can get very, very detailed. And we can summarize or package or include all of these different little detailed costs into one budget line item for everyone to not see and to forget about and then not remember, right? So it's very, very helpful when we format our budgets in a way with the right basis of estimate or the right basis of schedule, with the right notes, the right inclusions and exclusions in contracts, to where anybody can review the budget and review the contracts and know exactly where everything is, if it's in the right buckets, and be able to manage it accordingly with the original wisdom and knowledge of the estimators. So if you have an estimate where everything is hidden and it's like the spaghetti sauce Prego where it's all in there, right? And nobody else can see it or manage it, then it is not a seeing system. Break it out in a manner where everybody can use it together. Let's get a little bit more detailed with just a couple of brief examples. When we talk about look-ahead plans, you're like, oh, Jason's talking about the last planner system again. Well, do you know why look-ahead plans are so amazing? It's because everyone can see the next 6 weeks out. Ask, do I have the labor, the materials, the equipment, the tools, the permissions, the information for those activities? And if not, mark it red. That is a roadblock or a potential roadblock, and we can solve these problems together. Same with the weekly work plan. This is our plan. This is what we committed to. These are our problems. Let's work on this together. So these aren't just good ideas. They are seeing systems. And the meetings with the last planners allow everybody to discuss them together. Let's go ahead and go to the day plans really quickly. The day plans allow everyone to see visually, including all of the workers, because they should be able to see the day plan, exactly what's going on for the day, where the deliveries are, where the inspections might be, where permits might be happening, the weather, the general plan, any big safety focuses for the day. Everybody can see as a group, know as a group, act as a group. This is a seeing system. Okay, I could keep going on. I could talk about BIM. I could talk about some of the advanced work packaging that we do with the trade partners to make sure that they see their individual LACO. I could talk about prefabrication. I could talk about field walks. I could talk about a number of different things. But here's my point, and here's what I'm asking you to do. Please look at every single communication system you have and ask yourself, is it visual? Is it concise? Is it effective? Is it collaborative? And do people have the opportunity to see it? In the Lord of the Rings saga, right, these Palantirs are seer stones. And I was thinking to myself, The wizards, or in some cases the bad guys that are using these crystal balls, they would have to have a set time to go see into the seer stone. They would have to know what they're looking for, and they would have to take action based on what they see. So every communication system is like that crystal ball. When are you or the team going to look into it? What are you looking for that really matters? And what are you going to do about it once you see it? I want you to do a complete audit of everything. And what you will find when you go through this is you'll be like, yeah, actually our plan's not very visual. Yeah, this schedule, people can't see it and use it. Yeah, our one team meeting a week isn't enough. We should huddle every day. Yeah, our one subcontractor meeting, it ain't gonna cut it because we don't have look-aheads, we don't have weekly work plans, and we don't have daily huddles. They aren't seeing anything, right? Oh, instead of 2D, maybe I should start to get a 3D model. Maybe we should enhance our field walks. Maybe you'll start to see the deficiencies and you'll begin to create a world, a project site, interaction spaces, trailers, conference rooms, and visuals where everybody can see the overall master plan, the look-aheads, the weekly work plans, the model, the overall structure, the budget, our risks. Once everyone can see it, and it's well communicated at the right times, then we can do something about it. And that's called IDS. Identify, discuss, solve. Every lean system is a sync system. So ask yourself, are you communicating it well enough visually, verbally, and in a tactile way to where people can touch it, feel it, and experiment with it? If the answer is no, great, we have room to improve. So in the description below, I'm going to give you a beautifully formatted Canva graphic of some of the visual systems that we use in construction. You can also, oh my gosh, this is so good. Come to the Super PM Bootcamp. We'll link that to you in the description below. If you want to see visuals, if you want to learn how to communicate, you've got to come to that training. At the end of the day, I hope you've enjoyed this video well enough to like and subscribe, but I really, really hope that you're able to implement it and really take your site to the next step and communicate so that you can see as a group, know as a group, and act as a group. On we go.